Batman Statue Collector, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today, and I'm very excited because I want to introduce you to a fellow YouTuber, an up-and-coming fellow YouTuber that also does collectible videos, statue unboxings, and things like that, and his name is Astronomer's World, and I want you to definitely check out his channel. I'm going to put the link down below. He actually reached out to me and he said, "Hey Chris, I noticed that there were some reviews that he did that I didn't feature on my channel, some pieces that I didn't review or we didn't have any guest reviews," and he said, "Hey, I would like to share it with your community." And I said that would be absolutely amazing, and so we are going to be doing a couple of these. The first one here is Big Game Predator, of course, from Prime One Studio. This is an outstanding piece, and I can't wait to share it with you. And like I said, please make sure you click that link below, make sure you subscribe to his channel, show him some Brotherhood of the Bat love, tell him the BSC sent you. And without further ado, let's check out his review.
What's up YouTube, it's your boy Sean back with another video, and today we have the Big Game Predator here. He's in the house, he's ready to go. So without further ado, let's unpack this brown box and let's see what we got. So here we go, we have the Big Game Predator here. Super phenomenal box here. On the side we have Predator Big Game, and then here if we turn this over just a little bit, we have Predator Big Game is pretty much a statue with just, you know, some art around it to kind of put him in his element. Looks freaking great, man. And then also too, by the way, I already removed the box here to kind of give it, to be able to move around here. But also we have here your whodunits and all that good stuff on this side. And then last but not least, on this side here, we have the actual head sculpt of the Predator, and it looks freaking great, man. Freaking phenomenal. So this is the art box. Let's open this bad boy up and let's see what we got. All right, so here we go. We have the Predator out of the box. And the first thing you see in the box is a little bit of promo for the bus. I think this is the 1-for-1 bus. Yeah, life size. It's pretty cool. All right, let's see. We also have here some instructions, how to put it together. All the pieces, everything is in the box, step by step. But we don't need this. We'll figure it out. Let's see what we got. All right, so here we go. We have this bad boy off, and this is my first time getting like this fabric. Usually, you know, our typical everything's wrapped up individually. It's not usually this fabric, but let's get the fabric off and let's see what we got. All right, so we got it uncovered. Let's see what we got. So first things first, we have the exclusive. I believe this is the exclusive head sculpt with the mask on it. This is the head with the dreads, and then you kind of put the mask on top of this right here. I believe this is magnetized. So here we go. This looks really cool, man. Looks dope. Now this is crazy. This is crazy dope right here. Love the dreads. Love how this looks. This looks really cool. There's a lot of detail on this face. Looks creepy. Here's the left hand with the skull in it. There's a spine that kind of plugs in right there. Man, there's a lot of detail here. Love the shading in the blood. If this is too much for you, there's also a regular head that you can place that doesn't have a skull, but I love it, so I'll be displaying with this. Here is the magnetized helmet here. That's where the battery goes for the light up feature. Cool. Now I won't be holding this guy very long. Wow, this guy's very heavy. Look at the details. We'll get close-ups on him and we'll see him more in the build, but man, first off, this guy's freaking phenomenal. So the base is too heavy to try to pick up, so let's kind of get it on the table and let's just build it. All right, so here we go. We got this bad boy on the table. So let's hop straight into the review. So on the base, we have a hexagon type shaped base. It's very Prime 1-esque. I don't know how to explain it. Prime 1's bases just look Prime 1. On the edge of each corner, we have what appears to be a piece of a spine. And that's just a really, really cool detail that I didn't notice first off. There's some details here which appear to be, structured by some bones. I'm not sure exactly what that is in the middle of it, but it does look really cool. It's a neat detail. So moving up to his actual base, we have the predator standing over, which appears to be a lot of his victims, bones, a lot of skulls that are just sitting here. And one of the neat details I like here is that if you look at the skull that's right beneath the skull that he has in his hand, it has a lot of blood that's splattered on it. I think that's really cool. That's a very, very neat detail that insinuates that the blood is dripping from this skull in his hand onto the one on the ground, which just kind of tells the story a little bit. I love how the land is sculpted. It looks very, very cool. I love how he's kind of elevated over. It gives him this dominance presence that he just, he was victorious in his battle. And I just really love how they have him positioned here in this statue. Moving up to the predator himself, I must say, starting at his shin guards, the armor does look like it's a metal texture, and it does look really, really cool. I love the paint apps. Love how it's, it gives me that metal vibe. On the back of his shin, we have more so on his calf, he has the armor vibe. It has that metal vibe, but this piece here has almost like a purple tint to it. That's really, really cool. It gives it a neat effect whenever you see it in the light. I thought that his skin would have more texture. There's a lot of coloring, there's a lot of shading, and there is texture on his skin, but for some reason I just imagine the texture to be different. But I do think the texture is really, really good and is really, really cool. I love the spots. Continues the shading and the coloring that's on his face, and I do like it. I love how they added the detail of the skull in his left hand. The skull with the spinal cord that's coming out of it, that's just really, really dope. It's bloody, it's crazy. I mean, this is exactly what you would imagine it to look like. But there is an option to have him without the left hand, with just a regular hand with no skull. I think that was a neat option because this may be a little bit too much for some people, but for me, it is perfect. The back of his costume here gives me a bit of a movement. I love how there's a bunch of rips, there's a bunch of uneven crookedness in his suit back here with this cloth that's kind of overlapping with the armor. I really love that neat detail that kind of, goes under the radar. The purple tint armor carries throughout his entire torso. And I love how they have a lot of his gadgets, a lot of his nicks and knacks on his left arm. It looks really, really cool. And I love how they have like the pipes that travel into the top of his arm where he can controls the blaster on his shoulder. I think that's really, really neat. With the exclusive, you get two head sculpts. You get the one that's on his head here, which is the regular. Then you also get the exclusive, which is him with the helmet on. And one of the most neat things about this that I think every statue company should start doing is if we get multiple head sculpts, give us a little bust stand to go with it, because I hate just having little head sculpts laying around or next to the statue. It looks very tacky, it looks kind of weird. But I love how you can have it sitting here next to him. And whenever you're ready to switch it out, you can just take that one off, put that one on. And last but not least, let's talk about the Predator's head. I think this is probably one of the best parts of the actual statue, his head, this face. They have like a shiny texture on his teeth. That skin pattern carries all the way up to his head, all on the top of his head. I love how his dreads are sculpted. It just looks really, really cool. They did such a great job. His eyes sit deep into his head. That gives it a very creepy vibe. It looks almost scary. And this is just a menacing, grotesque statue, man. This is just a really, really dope statue. It really captures the Predator very, very well. They did such a great job with this piece, and I'm really happy with this thing, man. I think that this goes well with the Warrior Alien. I don't have that one. I wish I had it, But I'm looking for an alien statue to pair with this guy to kind of have them over in a corner on their own, you know, away from everything else. But let me know in the comments, man. What do you guys think about this bad boy? I think he's pretty dope. But until next time, y'all be good, y'all be safe. I'll see you next video. Peace.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.